Hello and welcome. Good morning to everyone. So sorry for the inconvenience. There's a video which was uploaded. We just realized there's no sound starting from 14 minutes. So the issue was very simple. I bought new headset, then I failed to read the instruction. I did not turn it on. So I was using the old one. After reaching some certain point, I decided to use the new one. So I just plug in, and then from there I don't realize that it was on. So that's why this all inconvenience came in. So without wasting time, I'm going to record this one now and share with you source code at the end of the video. So you guys all know we are going to work with the animation, transition, and key framework. Has a beginner level. Everything here is very important to you guys, how you can make some animation using CSS, even if you guys doesn't know any JavaScript, so that once we get into the next level it will be very simple for us. So let me demonstrate what are we gonna do. Okay, so I want to give a brief intro to what we are gonna do. So it's very simple. We want to achieve at the end some moving with the transitions. Okay, when you hover it makes some movement. Down here you can have some vertical movement, okay, from up to down, left to right. So we are going to use some of the transitions. Here we will implement something new to do transitions and the key framework to make something moving like this, and then we'll have something like infinite movement here. You see, this one keep on moving, and then a lot of properties. So here there's nothing else, just a matter of level up your CSS and introduce something new, because everything is built on top of each other slowly. Make sure you watch all the video so that you will at least understand what's going on. From there you cannot get lost. Here we are just sharpening again your CSS level, and it's pretty easy, not difficult. Believe me, you guys will become the best at the end of the day. Just do your assignment, do your tutorial, work on the videos. That's all. There is nothing else. We all learn by example and doing. So let's create this one without wasting time. First of all, we all know what to do. We need to first create our project folder. I prefer to create them on my desktop always. So let's give this one animation, transition, and then we have this one, key frames, like this. So I will open this one inside my Visual Code Studio, drag in. Okay, all here we know what's next. We need to create the two separate file, index file .js, no, not .js, .html, sorry, .js or JavaScript, .html, like this. After that we have the one for CSS. Call this one style.css. Then we need to link our CSS. We go to our index file, we type HTML only, click on HTML5. Here we can give a title, animation, and the key frames. Okay, here we can define our 1h, which is like a hello, comma, let's build some animation with CSS. Okay, let this one just be something there like our title. So here, what do we need to achieve in order to work on this file here? So first of all, what are we supposed to do? How do we make this movement using CSS from left to right or x-axis? So how do we deal with this one? So it's very simple. We need to have a one container that will carry this type of color. Secondly, we need to have the one that can carry this child one, and then we style it out. We add some properties on that. Okay, very simple without wasting time. So how do we start with that one? Okay, let's say you have a container Okay, give a name like parent container. Remember, you can name it anything you want, but let it make sense and you can be able to style them. Just understand the concept, that's all. Have something to do with parent container. Then inside, let's say we have a child container one. Okay, child dash container one. Then inside here, instead of putting h1 h2 3 all the same, for me I will decide to type just like this, child one is okay with me. If you want to put in h1, everything's all right. Okay, nothing is here, but just understand the concept. Okay, so here let's try to check out here. Have dot, put this one. Let's try to test our css whether it is well linked or not. Let's also give a width of 500 pixels. Okay, height should be 500 pixels, and then we have a BGC, which is the background color. It can be this one, aqua, and then like this. Let's check what will happen. Go live. Remember, you have to install go live. Okay, so here you see there is nothing happening, but it's showing us child one, so that means we have problem with our css. Our css needs to be linked. Okay, here we need to go back above our title here. Okay, you can just type the link and click on it. Okay, put dot to specify the root directory. Here you can now be able to choose which one are you linking. Here we are linking only css so that our style will be applied. So here we can give a try. I think it's already running. Yes, here we have this beautiful aqua background here. So how about this one, child one? How do we deal with this one? It's very simple. For the child one, we just want to see, okay, if this one is 200, if this one is 500 pixel, half of it will be 250 by 250. So let's include this one there to our child one. You can say, okay, container child one, css here will be dot, add some css declaration. Let's give a width of 250 px. Okay, and then height also of 250 px. Maybe you can make a BGC. Background color should be blue, but text must be white so that it can appear well. Can say color should be white, or you can just type the hex code, which is hash triple f or 6f. Both of them will deliver the same result for you. So this is what we have here. So remember, we want to make this movement here. Once we hover on this one, it has to bounce, move from left to right. Once we remove our cursor, it has to return back. So how do we achieve this one? Here we will just use transition. Okay, you guys were taught transition last time, so by this time I think we'll just bring it back as a part of correction to level it to animation, from animation to keyframe, because here we don't need just to rush direct to keyframe without understanding the journey. You know, we are supposed to follow the instruction step by step so that you guys will not have this confusion again. So we are here. So let's try to do something with this one. Maybe if you want to increase the font size, you can increase font size. Let us say larger, bold, whatever. You can specify like 30 px and try to put it in the center. Text align should just be center like this. Yeah, somehow not bad. We are here. Okay, the child is okay there, somehow in the middle. So we need to make this movement. So this one will be done only by it can be done by our hover. Very simple. Hover, property, css declaration. Once I hover, what do I want to happen? Also change the cursor to pointer. Okay, or if you guys want, we can bring this screen here. Yeah, like this is very simple. We can all see what's going to happen to our source code. So this is what we have. Next, what do we want to do? Now we can change to hover. So what next? To deal with this one is very simple. The movement is not happening. but where is the problem coming from? So sometimes we may get lost. What should we do exactly? But it is not a matter of thinking bad or whatever, it's just something very simple. Okay, so what do you think we can do here? First of all, we need to apply our transition to where? To our container 1 here. Okay, before we do anything there, you can say transition. We have this property said transform. Okay, transform. Then transform, it will enable us now to put what? To put the time framework. Okay, how many seconds we want, either in millisecond or we just specify second. Let's decide with the 1 second first of all. Okay, after 1 second, what's next? Here it's just there. Put here, nothing is happening, meaning in the hover section here, okay, inside here we are going to declare another transform property so that it will communicate with our transition there. Here we remember we specify 1 second. So what do we do here? We can say okay, transform. Now we can write transform instead of transition. Okay, call this one down here. After put the word transform, what next? We can now specify. Okay, can just specify. Let us translate this one to which direction. Translate here enable us to determine the direction. When we put X, we mean we are moving horizontally from left to right, but when we put Y, meaning we are going to move from up to down. Okay, so let's say translate. Okay, translate properties come like this, then you can specify some percentage here. So now if you say 100%, assuming without specify the direction, you see it's already knows just there by default it's going to move from left to right. But to make sense, you need to specify our Y here. Okay, because by default we all know what will happen. See, this movement is happening without any problem here. So we can now see there's movement, there's no any problem. Okay, but if you want this one to move up to down, what do we do? From top to bottom, you can see you want to apply some bouncing. There's no bouncing here, so what do we do here? Who's calling me? It's morning, please. Okay, here this is what we have the movement. If you want to move this one to up to down, then you have this option here. See, just change it to X is in French, that's Y. Yeah, Y in English. Yeah, move this one to Y, the direction will change. Okay, later we are going to see how it will move from left here to right bottom, going up, come back. We can specify some duration and time function. So this one is not a big deal, and you can specify even some delay. So first of all, we need to implement this bouncing. Okay, we are going back again to X by default here. So this is where we are. You can even increase the time, not only 1 second. Maybe you want this one to happen in 3 seconds. So you see the movement somehow going slowly up to there and return back slowly, but it makes sure that it takes 5 seconds. Even if you put 10 seconds here, not a big deal, but you'll see the movement will be very slow. So it depends. Okay, depend on what you are trying to achieve at the end of the day. So there is nothing here but time frame depend on you. Take 10 seconds to go back, but we are using 1 second here because we want it to happen very fast. Okay, so we can see the result back. See, okay, now we need to achieve a bouncing property. So how do we deal with this one? So here first of all we need to inspect Control Shift plus I. Okay, from Control Shift plus I you have this here element here. Okay, and try to check this one here, element, or click on this one. Okay, here this one here enable you, this arrow here enable you to see, like here you have some margin of 10 pixels. If you just see here down here, there's this CSS box here. You see this one is showing margin, this one here in yellow. CSS this one having a margin of also 10 pixels by default. So this one also, this one here to show you, this one showing the padding. Okay, padding is here showing in this the green yellow or what. Then this one here is just showing the entire body that you have padding of enough space there. Okay, so here click on the element click on okay, element, click on child one so that you can see the CSS. Okay, open this one here, this one, child one here. Okay, we need to open this so that we can see the style. Okay, click on this one here. You see the style here. These are the style we apply. Width 250, 50, height, background blue, you have everything here. So just click here on this transform options here. You see this tail this one, this curve like a tail here, say is, click on it. After click on it, you'll find something here like this. Okay, you can be able to change everything here, even your is in, is out, everything here. You can play with this one. So for my case, I want to make this one to bounce. That means I have to pull this one up here, pull this one a little bit down. Okay, you see this one cubic whatever here, cubic Bezier here with this number. Copy this one. Just don't try to write it by your head. Come and copy it from here. Here is accurate. Okay, then I can just go back to my source code here. Okay, 1 second. After 1 second, I will paste this one there. Then you can see like here is the movement. We need to start bouncing from here in the middle here to run somehow faster. Reaching that will bounce again. So let's give it a try and see in the action. So let's go back here. You see the bouncing is happening. It's even go beyond the aqua background there. See, from the parent container. Just because we are putting 1 second, that's why you see it's just very fast. But if you put like 3, you see how it will happen. You see the bouncing option happen there. Then once we remove, it comes back again and bounce. You see, that's how we achieve this simple bouncing element properties. So here I think we have nothing else to do. We can be able to move again. Let's try to move to the second one, which is the y-axis. This one here. Remember, I want to put them all together. The second one here. Okay, this one we need to achieve. So to achieve this one is very simple already. You guys know what to do. I can only recommend you, like, okay, this is 1, 2 here. I can comment this one from here. Always try to put comment. Okay, I can say child 2 should start from here. Okay, child 2. Then maybe I can just copy this one. Okay, just without wasting time, copy and paste. For your case, as you are learning new, type it out so that you'll get used to. Okay, then here parent container, here I can say parent container 1. Okay, let it be 2, parent container 2, so that we can style it in a very different way. Okay, then here what I can do, I can go to my CSS here. Okay, to make it very simple, I can just say, okay, here I can copy everything here. Okay, here I can give a comment here like child 2 start here. Okay, then down here I can paste. What I can just do, wherever there is 1, I will change it to 2. Okay, wherever there is 1, I will change to 2. I'll make sure I move up to here. I can change this one to 2. Like this, it's like we have the same thing. We don't know any different. Okay, now we have the same thing, the same movement, whatever we have there. So first of all, we need to display this into flex so we can give some space. So but the question comes in, which one is the one handling the 2? Who is responsible? We have no any other different container that can hold all of them here. So we can define here our global container. Okay, I can just say here the word global container. Feel free to put any name you wish to name with your. I can move this one down here by click here at the end, click on Alt. Okay, press Alt down. Okay, long press. I can use arrow down to bring this one down here up to here. Now I can save. Okay, now I can see everything is okay. Then I can just style this one here. I can style it on top. Okay, and just style this one here on top. I can say this is my global container that handle all of them. Global container. Then below the global container, I can just say here dot, paste this one in here display, I can display this on the flex. Okay, I can give a space between them, little bit space around, no, even I want equal space everywhere evenly, like this. Here if I check the screen, okay, display flex, justify content space evenly. Yes, we are likely to be okay like this, but a flex supposed to make them all into the row, but here seems like this one is stuck on each other. Then here first of all, let's give a margin. Okay, let's give margin right to our second container here. Margin container child 1, let's try to put margin from the container 2 here. Margin right should be 10px, because we display this one to flex. It's not flex, it's supposed to be margin top. Okay, margin top. Let's see the difference first of all. Where is it coming from? Okay, because we have the same background, let's try to change this one from aqua to blue. Okay, pinky like this is okay. Let's see. Okay, now there is one thing, you see, like this one is not equivalent to this one. The size is all the same, but it's not happening, so we need to figure out this one. First of all, let's see our HTML here. In the HTML we have parent container. Oh, this is the error. You see, this one must be independent, this one need to be independent, so let's move one div up there. Okay, we need to move this one. If this one equivalent to this, then this one should close this one should close everything. Here we need one more div. Okay, we need to close one div here. Sorry, here should be div like this. Like this, we are ready to go. Yeah, now we can see the result. Yes. Okay, always you will find these mistakes, whatever, it's just very normal. Okay, the way you solve them, the one will determine, is the one going to determine that you are doing exactly what you are supposed to learn. If you don't correct mistake, or if mistake doesn't appear to your side, it's really bad. So I have to make sure I show you all these roadblocks that will block you, or to make you think like you are not eligible for this course, or it's hard. No, it's not hard. Just always believe me, everything has a solution. Try to debug, try to check very well, you'll find the solution always. So that's what we can do. So here what we can just do is very simple. Okay, we are here in child 2, let this one be renamed to child 2 to avoid this problem. Or child 2, there we can go and change the direction here. First of all, where are we adding the direction? The direction must be y here, y direction. Okay, it's going to move from top to bottom. So from here we have nothing else. You see the direction of change. Here we can specify delay property too. Okay, we have bouncing already. Here if you specify another second, like 1.5 second, it will be the delay. It has to delay when it is moving, it has to delay when it's going back again. Okay, you see, to make 1.5 second, it will start moving down. There it will go 1.5 second, 1.5 second, it will start moving back. Count, you see, it's making bouncing 1.5 second, it will go back. So here we have something, you know, there is this nice gradient color. You guys were not taught how to mix a gradient color, so here I will teach you guys to mix a gradient color. Very simple. But to make it another more simpler, there is a website here called Grabien, I think it's in French. Okay, this one here, just click on it. Here you have already some gradient color which is already specified for you. But if you feel like this one is not okay with you, there's nothing wrong. Okay, maybe you want to mix yours, just click here. Okay, you have this RGB here, check the one you want. Maybe you want this one, fine. What next do you want? Okay, let's change that one there. I want to change this one to pure blue, like this. Maybe mine, I feel okay with this one. If you want again, maybe you bring red, like this. If you want another, you can just click on this plus and then see, do you want to add what color? Maybe black, like this. Me, I'm okay with this one. Okay, then what you can do, see up here, this copy CSS style, just copy this one. Okay, then come back here. Okay, here instead of background here, you can just change this one here. All, see, have this one, background image linear gradient, then you specify those color here. If you know this one's 43 degree, if you want to change, you can change the degree of this one also, as long as you know what you are doing. Let's change this one to 60 degree. First of all, let's remove let it remain in 43 so that we can see the difference. Then here you just specify the colors that you want. You can add more colors as possible. Okay, there's no rules here that will specify. Okay, but remember right here, background image. Okay, if you want to bring a real image, you can bring the image in the background. If you don't want, then you can now specify the linear gradient. Then you can specify the degree of it, and you can specify the colors you want. You can put more color, not only 4, you can put more. Even from here you can see you have right to add more color here, up to 7 colors, just like a rainbow. So this is what you can have there. You can scroll down, there is enough, but you don't need even to scroll down. If you know the color you want to mix, fine, mix them just from your head. It will bring you the same thing. Here is for free, you don't need to pay anything. Okay, so this is where we are. So we are here. So you guys can see here is already changed, but our goal is to change the one which is behind, the pinky one. So if you want to change that one also to be different, we can just go to Gradient again. I click on the word Gradient, scroll down a little bit. Me, I like this one here. I'll just copy this one. I'll just go back to Gradient again here. Okay, I can remove this background color here if I don't want this one even. No, this one come with this one, is okay. It came with that one. I can just come here and remove this one, paste this one. Okay, like this, we are ready to see the result on the screen. You see, I have this beautiful background change, and we have this beautiful like rainbow, not rainbow here also. It's working fine. So that's how we do this one. So we can specify delay here. Okay, and everything. So now let's move to animation. How do you make this one to animate here? So what you're going to do this one with only child number 4. Here we have this. Okay, this one here, this one, copy this, paste. This is the disadvantage of copying. That's why you guys see the other mistake. Let this one be the third child, or that child, something like this to make sense. Let's say, okay, it's okay, it's just a comment at the end of the day. Here, let this one be number 3. Number 3 here should be 3. Here should be 3 also. Okay, feel free to name it the way you want. So we don't need to waste time, so we are here. So we can go and style this one out. Okay, copy this one, style it out. If you are okay, you want to just copy like the one we did before, fine. Okay, just to avoid a lot of mistakes, maybe you can copy if you don't want to specify, because we have some other properties like this one here. This property is always the same, 500 whatever is the same. Maybe you can just copy this one here. This property is all here. Copy this one, bring them to this, and later we can change our background image color. We can just remove this one all out. Let it remain blue. I'm okay with this one. I don't want to mix any gradient color there. Okay, or maybe if you want to make your gradient tool, you can also do it by yourself. Okay, gradient, have this option here, gradient. Now let's not complicate this one first of all. So we have this one first of all. Let's check the result. Okay, we have that one. Have margin top is the one affecting. Okay, we have margin top, because we put margin top here. Where is it? Margin top. Remove this one first of all, so that they can have equal size. Now they are all the same. That means the same thing here with the container 3. We have margin top here. We don't want this one here. I can say here they are all the same size, but I can say it's okay like this. If you put your hand like this, you may feel like it's not moving. It has a delay property, okay? That's why it can take some time. Sometimes you may think like it's not going to work. No issue, don't worry about that one. So this is what we have. We have to style out this child 32. So if you have the same property, so we'll copy, because at the end of the day we have this on child 2. It have width of 250 and the background. Let's copy this one, bring it here. It's called dot parent container 3, not 3, it's child. Sorry, it is child container. Instead of 1 should be 3. Then it has this property inside. So let's see the result. Okay, I'm okay with this style is fine with me. If I want to change maybe the color and font size, then I have to add some color. Add color, not columns. Can change the color to this one. If I want the font size, okay, font size say FS, short form, like 30px. If I want to align this one to center, these are the things you guys might be known of it already. So we are there. Let's check this one here. Yeah, everything seems to be good, but this transition is not happening. And the problem is not only transition this time. We want to change this one directly to something else new. Check this one, check this here. Yes, how do you make this one? Just move 1 2 3, come back again 3 times, and it will stop. So how do we achieve this one? Okay, this one, the one I'm hovering. So this one we need to add something known as animation, and we need to introduce also to key framework, and we will let you know why. Okay, I'll explain to you why are we using this one. So we have child 3 container. We have nothing else different than the one of before. We specify everything. Okay, we have the transition property. We can still specify here. Okay, but we need to also to check on hover properties, because we don't want this one to loop automatically. Just we need only when we hover, so that it can work. Okay, so here what we go again, we say okay, let's copy this one here, add the hover property. Okay, hover properties here. So what do you want to do with the hover properties? Cursor should be changed, transform the direction to X, background, whatever, ABCD there. So what do you do about it? Good. The first thing, we need to change the cursor as before, cursor to pointer. After cursor to pointer, what next? We need to change the transform. The translate should be X. I want it at the end of the day to use X direction at the end. After moving that movement up, bottom, top, up, bottom, top, left, it has to use the X direction at the end of the day. So here we need to specify, okay, 100%. It has to be on the X axis. Okay, that's at the right hand side. Okay, so after here we can do what next? We can try to change the background color if you want. If you don't want to change the background color, fine. Then we need to introduce you guys to something known as animation here. So just type the word animation. You see, animation. Okay, just type the word animation like this. You can see there is a lot: backward, forwards, infinite, none, normal, reverse. You see, there are so many information here, but here in the animation, remember, we need to give a name. Let's call ours is left or right. This is what we want to call it, left to right. We need to give a name here. It is a surprise. You guys can see we are giving name here. Then secondly, we need the duration should be 3 seconds. Let it happen in 3 seconds, but it has to be is something known as is in. Ease in means start slowly in the beginning, then continue the other movement. If say ease in out here, okay, meaning start slowly in the middle, change the speed, then at the end reduce the speed again. So this is what we mean by ease in, ease out. Here we need to specify our transition element. Sorry, up here we need to have the transition here. Transition, we can have the same thing, okay, in a very simple way. 3 second is in, let's go with it. 3s second is in, okay, is in out. Okay, let's see what does it mean in default. So here that is what we have. Let's try to bring this here. You see the movement is already happening there. Here seems like it doesn't want to stop. You see, whether you have her or you don't have her, it happened. So we are here. This is what is happening, only nothing else. It will go slowly, come back slowly. If you remove your hand, it will stop. If you put your cursor here, you will see the movement just keep on happening. It will start slowly, in the middle the speed change, at the end the change. You have bouncing properties there, we have to remove that one also. So this is the first thing we can see, but it's not making the movement that we want it to happen here. Okay, we want something to happen like this: up, down, down, left, up, down, down, up, like this 3 times, then let it stop. That meaning we need to do something with key framework, because we define animation name, then that animation name will be used in our key framework. Okay, so still we have the property of x direction. So you see, still moving left or right, but we want to make this one now to come down here, come down again, moving up, come down, up, just like this. It has to be given some specific time so that it will stop. We don't want something to continue like this. Maybe what we are achieving is not equivalent to something that will keep on moving like this. Okay, so this is what we are, or where we are currently. So we are there. So we need to change the background color. Okay, we are here. So what do we do about that one? So we can say, okay, from our key framework here, okay, since we have defined our animation name here, okay, just want to come down here and write the word art, and then we say key frames like this. We put the name we have, then we define our CSS. There is nothing here change, just this words came new to you guys. It's just like you guys are using media query, it's the same thing how you can apply it. So no worry about it, it's not difficult. Okay, here we just need to specify some numbers in percentage, like 100%. What do we want to happen? We need to change the complete transition. Okay, we want to change the transition to 100%. okay, completely, let it be at the end of that one. And then secondly, you can be able to specify the errors. Remember, you have percentage from 0 to 100%, you can specify here. So let me say at 100% I need to have the translate. Okay, translate, you have to change the translate property. Where is translate? Okay, translate. Okay, you need to change the translate property. Here should be transform first of all. See, if you made any error, it won't work. Transform here will be translate, the direction will be x, which is the last. Here I can change 100 like this. So here if you see, we have specified this one. That means at 100% it has to be at the right hand side. That's what we mean here all. So here, if you see up here, we have this one here, the property 3 second is in is out. Here we can still specify some functions, like I want this thing to happen forward. Okay, forward means don't come back, just end there. And now if you check the screen or the browser, see 100% is just automatically there, so it's make like sending us some errors. So what about if we say at 0%? Okay, we want you to be at 100 pixels like this. It won't make sense, you see. But if you say at 0, you should be there. Here it's not in percentage, it has to be 0, just because 0 we don't need to specify anything. Here if you check what happened when it is 0, see, immediately it return back 0. Here means initial, the default one. Okay, so here what we can do, like to change the direction of everything, here we need to specify some of the percentage. Okay, our 100% is not that bad. Okay, I can put it here, say okay, translate this thing when it is 100%. okay, translate the x direction to 100 pixels, but we need to specify 100%, not pixels. We need to specify the middle of it, like we need to calculate something here. When will it reach here down, and then here should be, and then reaching here is 100%. So we have zeros initial here already. 100, it has to be up there, and then down here we need to know what can we put here, what percentage, and then here what percentage. So I calculated mine down here because I'm using this 500 pixels. Down here, to reach down here, the direction has to be changed to y, and it has to be at least 33%. Then from this 33%, it has to go in two ways. One, it has to go to x, okay, and again it has to reach here at 66%, it has to move to right. So we need to have two movement here. So here we can just do it very simple. Here have a 33%. okay, when it reach 33%, what do we want to happen? First of all, we need to specify transform. Okay, transform the direction. We are moving this side, this time we are moving in y direction because we are going down, so it has to be 100%. okay, but reaching in here at 66% here, we need to change the transform again. Transform should be translate. Okay, one, it has to be moving. Okay, it has to be moving here from this side up to this side, that is x. Again from this side to that side, that's y. So we need to have two of them at the same time. Okay, so we are here. Reaching here, we need to go at x direction and specify this to 100%. It will be completely down there. Again here we need to go to translate again. Okay, this time we shall translate this one to y. Okay, and then we can specify the direction should be 100% if you reach up there. So this is what we will try to achieve. You see, it will go there, but it is not moving up there. So we will try to see what do you think is the problem. Okay, so we need to translate y to 100%. okay, so here we can say x to 100, y to 100%, which is okay. At 100 we have here 100% at the x position. Then starting point, our x is going to be 0 because 0%. okay, then the rest all 100%. So here seems a kind not bad. So here we need to modify something here, forwards. How we can add something here, like it has to be forward, but we can add another time frame. Okay, how many iterations, not time frames, the iteration, how many times do you want this one to continue? You want it to continue like 2 times. Okay, but you can add something here, some function alternate, means change the direction, go top, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, up. You have to move like this. And then once we give it a try like this, you can see but it's still not going up to the other direction. That means we can see here, remove your hand first of here, move here, tap it, return back. So here we need to see the 100% X position. Okay, 33 it has to be at Y direction. Then at 66 it has to go X 100, and then Y should be 100. Then at the last it has to be 100% X position forward. Okay, here is okay, it seems to be okay. You have this one is in out, let's bring it to is in, and here shall be is in. That's just start slowly in the beginning, and then we have a 3 second here, 3 second there. Here's 2 times what we specified, it has to be 2 times. Here let's say let it continue 3 times. Okay, then here we have the option of translate, is in, is out, center, everything seems to be okay. Then we can give it a try one more. Still it's not happening like what we have here. See, here move up, top, down, up. Okay, this is what we want to achieve at the end of the day. So currently we are here. Okay, just seems to get down. So let's see what's the problem. Scroll down here, we have 100%, 66 here, all everything happened correct. 33 so goes up to here, 66 it goes. So we have translate 100, which is okay. Okay, we have the forwards property here, forwards 3 alternate, turn this one 3 times and stop, and then we have 100% here, which is okay. Transform this one to 100 pixel. Sometimes if you have a error once you are writing, you can always change. Okay, transform, translate X 100%, like this. Sometimes we don't have problem with that one. Okay, good. Always you will find the solution to that one, you don't need to run away. Okay, here we can try to see our code here. So we have given left to right animation here, which is okay. We can now move a little bit up. Okay, so we have some properties, is in, transform, transition. We have here hover, transition here, is in, is in transition. We have justify content, center, height, color. This one has nothing to do with it. Then we have the real container, which has nothing even to do with that one. Okay, we can say there is no any error here. In hover here, where is hover? Down here, you want to translate X to 100%. If you want to specify some background, no issue. Let's give some BG color, background color black. Okay, but that was not the case. We scroll down, we have this one 300 seconds in, is in, forward 3 times, alternate, move left down 3 times. That's the meaning of it. Then we have our keyframe here. Try to put different there so that you can see what's going on. Actually I have four different percentage which have been declared, and you can see there is no any single error. Let's try to save and give it a try again. Okay, goes and turn back. The color change to black. As soon we remove this one to go back to yellow. Okay, good. That one's bouncing very well. Okay, meaning the problem might just be down here where we have specified this one here. Let's see this one very well. reaching here 66. If you translate directly to 200, then what happened? It has to translate to y. Okay, here if you don't specify anything, guess what will happen? See, try to fly up there because there's nothing specified down. Now if you say translate, first of all y, and specify 100%, it has to come here. You see, it goes there. Now if you want this one to come down, then we can say translate x 100% like this. So what will happen? I think let's try to change the, if this one is 66%, to fly to 100 top, translate this one back. So we have problem with this one here, these two translation. With it has to be 66%, 100, 100, and then here should be 0, which is the 0%. It seems nothing. Let's rerun this one. Okay, good. So here it seems okay, a two-dimensional transformation is applied to an element through the transform property. This property contains a list of transformation functions similar to all SVG allowed by SVG syntax none. Okay, there's no problem here. Translate x will be the first, then letter should be y. Okay, okay, we can define this one also in some other ways. Transform, it goes to 66, try another 66, 166, send this one back to transform. Let's try to see the conflict. Transform this like this to y, the same 66, transform it. Now it will jump there. Okay, 0, 33, 66. You see, it's working 3 times, it will stop, but there is one problem still. See, it's just working by itself up to 3 times. Let's see. This one is likely to happen here in 2 ways direction, not transform. It has to be one transform as a function. Let's stop this one here, and then let's see. Let's see. We need to make some display into row. Flex wrap, let's add another property here. Now global CSS is known as flex. Okay, we have something called flex wrap. Okay, wrap here meaning that if there is no enough space here, okay, if the space is not enough, like have 500 pixels square, it will calculate from here 500 pixels square. If the space doesn't meet the requirement, then it has to force it to come down. That's what we mean by that one. You see, this is the problem. We are busy squeezing everything to the other side. Okay, then there it's not moving. It seems like our see what's happening here. It seems like what we are putting, the condition is not enough due to space. You see, this space here is not equal to 250 pixels. Just calculate, see. See, here it's not. Let's see, this is the edge. What is the edge here? Okay, here this is space from here. Okay, here is not equivalent. From here to here, it's not equivalent to what we have here. Here is bigger. Okay, here is bigger. So here you can see it's too small. It can't move up to there. It will just move here, reaching 33, 66. It has to come back because this one is too small. As soon we try to make this one here flex wrap, which say if there is no enough space, please, okay, force that one to break down and start new line. Okay, that is convenient to them. So here we have this option here already. You can see we have this beautiful space is enough. The 250 is enough. You see, to make sure to move up, down, left, up, down 3 times because we have the iteration here. The iteration here means say alternate. If you just see up here, no, down, not up here. The property here say alternate here. Okay, have many things here. Alternate reverse. What does it mean? Put them always. Okay, don't ever. You see, it's now making reverse. It's fighting there. So now I want this one to do reverse. Just go 3 times iteration and stop there. So you see, like this, 1, 2, 3, it will stop there, forward. You see, that's what we mean by forward. Now if you change this one to backward, okay, backwards here like this, that means go iteration 3 times then return to the initial format. 2. Guess what will happen when 3. Okay, now if you remove your hand, it will return back to its place, that is initial. Okay, that's what we mean by this one. So this is how you can achieve this one in a very simple way. Let's try to give a padding up to separate this one from the bottom. Padding top, always there is solution. Okay, padding just will margin top, empty margin top should be 10px like this, so that it has to come down. No, not here. It has to be in the container so that they can make a difference between the rest. So this is how we find a problem always. Okay, you guys doesn't need to have 10 pixels up here, which is good already. So always you'll have problem, but you make sure you solve them. Don't run away. That's why I'm always telling you guys. Okay, I will show you all this problem, especially when we reach in advanced level. There will be a lot of errors, running red, telling you your console is not okay, a lot of things, but you should be strong enough to wait for that one and solve them all always. You know, our problem wasn't that big deal. It's just a matter of adding some properties. It changed the direction. Everything is working well. So let's continue with the last one. Where is the last one? This one here, this infinite loop, the one that cannot stop. Not here. I think here. This one, the last one here. This one is even very amazing. It changes even the colors. Reaching at 33 is changing the color. 100% is keep on changing different color. So we are going to implement that one in a very simple way. This one has no different with this one. This one has iteration, which is 3 seconds. And secondly, this one is moving with what? With the hover. If I remove my hover there, it will not work. So here our case is to deal with this one. No hover, it has to be constantly moving there. So how do you achieve this one? Very simple. First of all, go again to your index here. Okay, you have this option here. Copy this one and paste. 3rd to 4th. Good. Here you can change this one to 4. Okay, what next? This one should be renamed to 4. This one should be renamed to 4. Okay, now we can level our keyframe, also do some background changing. Okay, when the duration is specified. So here we just go here. You see the word here, parent container 3. We can just copy everything here. Okay, without wasting time. and comment this one, like parent also container 4. First thing, initial as usual, we need to change from 3. Remove this one from 3 to 4. 3 to 4. What next? 3 to 4. I think up to here is okay. Our key framework is okay because we know what we are referring to. Here left to right, okay, it's okay. If you want to change this one too, you can change. Let us say right to left. Just the name has nothing, okay. Let's say right to left. Right to left, or you just name it by your name is okay. Then here let's say should be forward. Here we want to forward, right to left. So the name here changed, okay. So what do you think we can do next? We need to change all the backgrounds, okay. Let's say default of this hover, the background should be changed to this color here. Then for the rest, we just bring them from Gradient here. Let's go to Gradient. Let's try to see which one is okay. I want to copy this one. It's fine for me. I will go here. I will check where should I put this one. Up. Okay, I need my container to be changed. I can replace this one here. Put it. Then the parent one will be changed too. I have to change my parent container to. Maybe I can click next here. Okay, I need this one here. Copy this one, bring it here. Sorry, we are recording. Okay, bring this one here. We are almost there. Go back here. Here is a parent. Put here, save. If you check the result on the screen, I have this beautiful 2-1. It's working with the same thing here, but I want this one to happen infinite loop so that it doesn't cause any problem there. So what do I do here to do this one? I want to see first, so it has to happen without hovering, okay. That means I have to remove the hover property. Okay, the hover property here must be taken away from here and must be introduced to this container here. Secondly, instead of putting the word here 3 and the alternate, okay, I have to change this one to the word infinite. Okay, I can say here forward will be out, the word here 3 will be out. I will just change it to infinite alternate. It doesn't have time, okay. You see it start moving without even, you see I am hovering here, this side is moving but that one is moving by itself, okay. That's the first achievement to that one. Thirdly, I want this color to be changing, reaching at 63%, 66%, 100%, 0, it has to be changed to different color. So let's use this one like to define with the 3 colors we want. Okay, let's use this one here. Okay, let's say when we reach at 0, it's by default is okay. Whereas here in the key framework is okay, the default one, but here we need to change background here. This one, we need to copy this one first of all. This copy CSS. Here we can change this one. Okay, specify the degree 45. When it reach 66, we have to put this background here. Remember, just copy and paste is the easiest way we deal with that one. Then reaching here, okay, change the direction again. The background color should be changed here to this one. Now if I save this one and see the result, you will see we have the colors changing. You see it's changing to this one, to this one, to that one. So that's how you can achieve this one all. Today you guys have learned a basic key framework, simple definition, this one animation, and how you can name it and call it transition is somehow level up, and such infinite loop, changing some directions, x, y, alternative, adding some delay, and specify some time framework functions. Okay, using CSS, nothing here like JavaScript. So these are the basic instructions, like how we can start adding things to deal with the mathematics. Okay, but trust me, it's not difficult. This is just the beginning. Take it serious, try to understand how these things being created, and then try to understand the flex. Okay, the flex wrap enable you to break new line when there's no enough space. There are so many. With the grid you can use, with the flex you can use, flex wrap you can still achieve the same result. So that's the meaning of all this one we are doing. So I can say this one is the video. Okay, we're supposed to go through, and I'm sure the voice is now very clear. You guys can get it, and see you guys in the next chapter, intermediate. Okay, have a good day.